Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Alyssa and this channel is about the law of attraction, building self-empowerment, and conquering limiting self-beliefs. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon if you'd like more info on these topics, and be sure to like, share, and comment if you enjoy this video. So today I want to talk about visualization or mental rehearsal. I'll still be posting my individual lessons on 12 divine laws of the universe, but I've gotten some questions about visualization lately, so I thought today would be a good day to touch on that. So visualization, or mental rehearsal as I prefer to call it, is a very popular and effective manifestation technique where you piece together your goals and desires and play them out in your mind as if the outcome is already taking place. This is a way to reprogram your mind and start shifting yourself into a new desired reality. A ton of people swear by this technique, but some people also call BS on it. So in this video, I'll go through how I use it and how you can make it work for yourself. First, we'll go through how to use visualization, the benefits of it, and how a lot of people like myself implement it in their daily lives. So visualization can be performed in several ways. The first way, which is how a lot of people start, is through thoughts alone. This one might be kind of obvious, but this is where you set aside some time to close your eyes or just sit quietly and start imagining the things that you want in your life as if you've already achieved them. So it's kind of like a mental play-by-play of your life after having gotten what you wanted. This method is great if your intentions and goals are crystal clear in your mind and you're able to imagine them vividly and really cultivate the emotions that correspond with them. And that's why a lot of people struggle with this type of visualizing. They have trouble getting clear on their intention or their goals. Some people think they want something specific, but they're more or less on the fence about it, or just aren't really sure of what exactly that goal entails. So they have trouble mentally rehearsing the outcome of it. It starts to kind of jumble in their mind, or it just becomes this sort of convoluted image. So for this method, it's very important to get clear on what you want the end result of your desire to be, or of your goal to be. That's why I more so recommend the next two options, one of them being using physical images. Visualizing with images consists of you figuring out what you'd like to attract or achieve, finding correlating images or pictures online in magazines, photos, books, wherever, and then going back to these images throughout the day to ingrain them into your mind. You've probably heard of vision boards. Some people print and organize these images into some sort of display. I've seen binders and folders as vision boards. I've seen people get those cork boards and just push pin a collage of crap on there. I've seen people save their vision board collages as their computer, phone, or tablet background, which I thought was pretty creative. And there's honestly a ton of really cool and creative ways that you can get into this. I started using a spiral notebook that I taped printouts onto. I did eventually upgrade to making mine digitally. I actually made myself a slideshow on my laptop of all these images, and I even added some music that would boost my vibrations towards what I was looking at. And this may sound like the most, but if you have a few minutes on a day off, I really do recommend this. It was a lot of fun to put together, and it helped me familiarize myself with the images that I wanted representing my lifestyle. Another great way to mentally rehearse is through immersion. To immerse yourself in your desired outcome, it's time to start adding things that represent your new life to place into your daily surroundings. Start physically seeing what that new life would look like, and think about how you would be in that life as well. What kind of artwork or decor would you have in your home? What furniture and color schemes do you see yourself surrounded by in this reality? How would you dress? How would you wear your hair? Just start subtly reconstructing your life by immersing yourself into that lifestyle as much as you possibly can until you are that lifestyle. Remember, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So those last two techniques are very powerful ways to start wiring images into your mind that relate to your desired outcome. You want to familiarize yourself with these things and allow your brain and emotions to become aligned with them so that you can start attracting the evidence of them. These techniques served as a serious boost for me because I had no clue that my false negative belief system had been so deep rooted into my subconscious that my reticular activating system was always working against the things that I consciously wanted to attract into my life. What is your reticular activating system, you might ask? If there is one thing that I want you to take away from this video, this is it. Your reticular activating system, or RAS, is a cluster of neurons located in your brainstem, and one of its main jobs is to filter the data that you receive throughout your day. So it's kind of like a gatekeeper, a security guard, only letting certain things in that seem safe and useful for us. That way you're not taking in everything around you. Your RAS is deciding what information you'll need based on the task at hand and your survival. Now we're sending our brains about 11 million bits of information to process every second. And that's based on what our senses are picking up from our environment. So the brain is going to need some help determining what stays and what goes. That's where your RAS comes into play. For example, if I ask you right now to look around the room or the area that you're in and tell you to find all of the things that are yellow, your reticular activating system will look only for things of the color yellow, and you'll most likely miss out on the beautiful greens, purples, and blues around because those are not your current focus. It's prioritizing the information for you. Those other colors were not aligned with your task, so your RAS most likely filtered them out and didn't absorb them. It just picked up what was yellow. Another example, let's say for instance you're thinking about buying a new car and you come across one that maybe you've never heard of or seen before, and it just stands out to you for some reason. So you spend an hour or so doing some research on it, you go to bed, and then the next day you start seeing that freaking car everywhere. You'd never heard of it or actively acknowledged it your entire life, and now you can't stop seeing it because it left an impression on your RAS. So now it's actively looking for more of it. That's why I decided to talk about this during a video on visualization or mental rehearsal. Visuals play a huge role in what we're attracting. So minor examples aside, how does your reticular activating system know what information you're ultimately going to need? Well, it's gonna let things in based on your predominant areas of focus or what's been stored in your subconscious mind. Remember, you have two minds, and your subconscious mind is the one that keeps you running on autopilot 95% of the time based on your deep-seated beliefs and programming. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. And what is manifested for us comes from the signals, our thoughts and emotions, aka vibrations, that we subconsciously send to the universe. So if you're a predominantly negative thinking person who feels down about themselves a lot and talks down to themselves a lot, your RAS will let in the data that aligns with those thoughts. So take it easy on yourself. You're allowing specific information in and you probably don't even know it. Your RAS will let these certain things in, and that's because you survived on these things for so long, so why should it let anything else in? It's trained. So if you're consistently thinking things like, I'll never be able to lose weight, or I'm not smart enough to find a good job, or I'm always broke, your RAS seeks out information that confirms that and keeps you in that familiar cycle, because again, you've survived this long on that programming and it doesn't want to change it. So you've embodied this identity, you're stuck in that paradigm, which is a pattern that you've unknowingly based your life around. You say these negative things about yourself and your RAS is like, right, yes, that's part of their belief system. I will accept this information and start looking for things to validate it. Yes, your RAS will validate your current belief system. So visualizing a new one is a very powerful way to rewire your mind to seek out and accept bigger and better things. In a previous video, I mentioned Hebb's law, which suggests that nerve cells that fire together wire together. So that means whenever you create these new visuals, images, or thoughts for yourself and link positive emotions to them, you're literally creating new neural pathways in your brain that align with those things. And this is how you can actually reset your reticular activating system. So start visualizing or mentally rehearsing your desired outcome and immerse yourself in it as if it's currently happening. Do this as best you can. I know resources can be limited, but really try to work with what you got. And become far more conscious on what your gatekeeper or your reticular activating system is allowing into your mind by shifting your internal focus on things that make you feel good. I will always mention that. I will always remind you to find things that make you feel good, because that's raising your vibrations. And again, that's where most of this lies. I've mentioned that your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's fantasy and what's real. take this fact as a huge advantage, because if you keep showing yourself things and images that represent your desires, even if you don't have what you want yet, your RAS will look for physical things that align with that focus. So visualize, mentally rehearse this new life with the emotions that it comes with, and you will start to see it. That concludes this video. I really hope this information was useful and that it made sense to everyone. If it did not make sense, or if you'd like to add something, please leave me a comment down below. I'd really appreciate that. Also, like and share this video if you loved it. My next video will be continuing my lessons on the 12 divine laws of the universe, covering the law of correspondence next, which you don't want to miss. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. But thank you so much again for watching today. Please be safe, much love, and I'll see you next time.